This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, here we go. Finally, we made it. I can honestly say the only thing worse than the Rangers' loss tonight has been my computer issues, but I don't want to bore you with that. That's TMI that you don't need to know about or really don't care about, but my sincere apologies. I was all ready to go a long time ago, but now we're finally up and running, and I am glad to be with you, even though I wish the circumstances were better. Tough loss for the Rangers tonight. They open up their 6-game road trip with a bad loss in New York again to the Yankees by the final of 5-2. All right, here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game, even if we're a little bit late. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you for watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Rangers podcast feed. That is where you will find the great work of Bryce Paterick, who I know is going to have a lot to say. We were texting near the end of the game, and I know he's going to have a lot to say about this one tomorrow. But as for us, we're late, so let's get going.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, we're going to talk about, I thought, was a very underrated, gutsy performance by Patrick Corbin, who continues to impress. It's really remarkable, especially in light of what everybody else is doing in the rotation, what Patrick Corbin is doing and has done so far. I mean, what a great move, what a great pickup. And once again, he, without a doubt, gave the Rangers a chance to win this game with his performance tonight, but ends up taking another loss, as did the Rangers by the final of 5-2. We're going to talk about the Rangers and their offense, or lack thereof it, with Jonah Heim at least avoiding the shutout with his two-run home run in the ninth inning. And we'll have a little bit of an update on Chris Martin, who unfortunately was placed on the 15-day IL before the game tonight. The good news is they don't think it's serious, but I think they want to let him shut it down a little bit and just take a break, see how he feels in a couple of weeks, and take it from there. Again, better safe and shut him down a little bit now and have him available for the rest of the season, as opposed to running him out there and having him blow out his shoulder or blow out his elbow or have some other issue that would wipe him out for the remainder of the season. But without a doubt, I think the big takeaway of this one is just, once again, the Ranger bats. My little headline was, it's time to judge. And I think when you look at this performance tonight, once again, the Rangers just continue to struggle swinging the bats and scoring runs. I mean, there is just no way to sugarcoat it. It was great to see the Rangers get going on the homestand. They did get the split. Should have taken 3 of 4 from the Astros. They did take care of business, and they were able to sweep the Rockies. But to come into this one tonight, a series that I was very excited about, really looking forward to see them struggle the way that they did tonight against the Yankees was very disappointing, to say the least. And you end up with 2 runs on 8 hits, but just the clutch hits, the lack of production. I mean, this one had that same vibe again, that, 1 run or 2 runs, and he felt like the game was over. And for the most part, it pretty much was. I mean, Patrick Corbin did his part, 5 innings, 3 runs on 5 hits, had a couple of walks, 3 strikeouts, gave up the home run to Rice. Jacob Webb did very good. And then Caleb Bosley came in, ended up giving the late home run to Aaron Judge. But I think the storyline, and we've been talking about this, I mean, we're getting to the point now, almost at the end of May, where, I've said this before, I mean, at some point here, pretty soon, what you see is what you get. And, I know Chris Young, they're doing everything they can. They've done everything they can. They've brought in Brett Boone, who I think has helped. But, the season is what it is. And you got a lot of guys on this roster right now that are just not producing. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. And as for when this game was really decided,
time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Well, I think, without a doubt, down 2-0 going to the sixth inning, that's kind of getting late in the game after you get past that fifth inning. And I thought tonight for the Rangers, I mean, the whole game, the turning point was the top of the sixth inning. And you had Warren, the rookie, still out there on the mound. You had Josh Smith foul out to third. Wyatt drew a walk. Josh Young got on board via an infield single. Adolis Garcia hit a nice little bloop single to right field. Bases loaded and 1 out. And what happens? Marcus Semien strikes out looking, and Jock Peterson, after facing Mark Leiter Jr., I forgot about Mark, covered him as well. Jock Peterson struck out swinging. So back-to-back strikeouts, Rangers with bases loaded, 1 out, couldn't even get a fly ball, couldn't get a run home. Semien and Peterson strike out back-to-back, inning over, and really, for all intents and purposes, the game was over at that point. And, just to show you kind of like the game within the game, I mean, at that point, the rookie Warren was already pretty gassed, right? And you were probably thinking, man, with the bases loaded and 1 out, why is Aaron Boone leaving Will Warren, the rookie, in to face Semien with the bases loaded and 1 out? Why? Because he was facing Marcus Semien. And Aaron Boone thought, you know what? As gassed and as tired as he is, I think he can get Marcus Semien out. And you know what? He was right. As soon as he got that KC, he was pulled. Leiter came in, struck out Peterson, and that was it. And again, I'm not looking to pick on just Marcus Semien. Again, there is plenty of blame to go around. I'm just saying, I mean, this guy is your number 5 hitter, which is a very productive spot in the batting order. And I mean, it's just not there. And I don't know how much longer. I mean, I know everybody's going to chime in and say he's a slow starter. And I get all that. I respect that. And I have a ton of respect for Marcus Semien. But I mean, the bottom line here with this team, if you're Chris Young and you're the Rangers, you cannot waste this season that you have right now with this rotation. You can't let it go to waste because there is zero, I mean, absolutely zero guarantee that you'll see this kind of performance from a rotation next season. None at all. I mean, look at what they got going on right now. DeGrom tomorrow night, right? You got Malley, Eovaldi. I mean, Jack Leiter took a no-hitter into the 7th inning on Sunday. Corbin looked great tonight. I mean, you cannot waste this rotation and this season. And, I know there's payroll concerns and all that, but I mean, like we talked about on Sunday, look around baseball. I mean, sometimes it's hard. It's hard to let guys go that have been a part of your family and a part of your team for a long time. But it's a results-based business, a results-based game, and I mean this offense is just not producing, and it needs some juice. It needs a spark. It needs something. Brett Boone has helped, but he can only do so much. The guys that Bruce Bochy pencils into the lineup, they've got to do their part, and they are just not doing it right now. I hope it turns around quick, but again, and I'm not trying to pick on Marcus Semien. It's nothing against him, but I thought that strikeout looking with the bases loaded with one out in the top of the sixth was a huge at bat for Marcus Semien. All right, quick timeout. When we come back, want to hear from you via the comment crew. Also, we have some other notes we'll get to as well. This is the Rangers Postcast. If you ever check your bank account and wonder where did all my money go between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's really easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, your investments, and spending in one place, so you stop just managing your money and you start building wealth. You realize how much you're spending, and it has really good all-in-one convenience. So instead of juggling multiple apps, you can use Monarch to check your finances, track your spending, and even plan long-term goals. And if you're managing money with your partner, it is smoother than ever. You can track ahead, and you can track shared and personal accounts, set goals, and stay on the same page without the stress. So take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That is a great deal. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year. Okay, welcome back to the Rangers Postcast. The Rangers fall in New York, in the Bronx, to the opener against the Yankees, 5-2. Again, my apologies. Had some technical difficulties on my end, but I think everything is okay now, and we will be good to go. TLC 94LS says, okay, what are they going to do with this offense? The Jock experience is enough already. Got to try something else. Alamo's 50 games in, almost 50 games in, and our DH is Otto out. The league has Garcia figured out also. Isaac Harlan says, I stopped watching after the top of the seventh. The theme this season has been bad hitting and decent pitching. I hope that trend doesn't continue. At least they didn't get shut out. Hope they bounce back tomorrow. Right there with you. KMD says Astros and Mariners lost. Angels and A's are now playing each other right now. So at least 4 out of the 5 teams in the division will lose tonight. Yeah, great point. Great points. Agree with what everybody is saying. I mean, they can't, DFA the entire roster, right? I mean, they're trying different things. They've got Corey Seager banged up, so they can't, like I said, they can't just cut everybody. With Jock and with Semien, right now, and Adolis. The thing about Adolis is, he's making it up with just spectacular defense right now. And Marcus is not bad at second base either, but I'm just trying to be realistic that they need to do something to kind of shake things up. I was hoping that maybe Evan Carter would be that move, and he was starting to play pretty well, look really, really good in the outfield, and then he hurt his quad. So, I mean, it's just unbelievable. I've said this before, and I'm not trying to sound like old man guy, but, for an era where guys are supposed to be in the best shape humanly possible, with the best food, the best diet, the best training, the best trainers, ultimate luxury and comfort, ease and travel and everything. Amazing how guys are, so many guys in all the sports are injured all the time, except for the NFL and hockey, because you don't play, you don't get paid. It's that simple. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what they're going to do. As KMD said, I mean, the good news is they're right there. They still have won, I think, 7 out of 10 with the loss tonight. So it's not horrible, but clearly, when you get decent pitching, I mean, the Rangers should not. This guy Will Warren, he should not look like Cy Young when he's facing the Rangers. I mean, no disrespect, he pitched great tonight, had a career high 10 strikeouts, but come on, man. I mean, seriously, that should not happen. And so we'll see. But like I said, I can't say it enough. Jock and also the Simeon strikeout. I mean, those were two huge whiffs. And this Rangers offense is something's missing. And again, I just don't think if you're Chris Young in the front office, you can waste the starting pitching that you have received so far. I mean, you have a really good rotation that's pitching really, really well. You got to help them out and do something to get the offense going. And I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're looking around. You don't want to be desperate. You don't want to make a bad deal. And as I always say, it's easy to post and type out trade rumors, but the reality is the only way a trade happens is if two teams make a deal. So, I mean, the Rangers can say, hey, we'd love this guy, or we'd love that guy, or we'd love that guy, or how about that guy? But unless the other team is going to give him up and do a deal, then, it's a joke. So we got to let it play out. And I'm sure they're doing everything that they can behind the scenes to try to see what they can do. But we'll see. Big start tomorrow night. Hey, you know what? Tonight was tough, but tomorrow night is another Jacob deGrom outing. Jacob deGrom back in New York. So hopefully, great opportunity for the Rangers to bounce back, get a great start from deGrom, and get their offense going. I credit Bruce Bochy trying to get the team going, getting ejected in the 6th inning. It's kind of a really bad, volatile combination right now. The Rangers struggles offensively, and it seems like every series they run into really bad umps. So the two of that combination has not been good for Bruce and the Rangers. But again, hopefully they'll have an opportunity to bounce back tomorrow night. All right. Hey, thank you for staying up late with me tonight. Again, my apologies for the technical issues. Everything's good, though, and I will be back with you again on time after Game 2 tomorrow night. But the final score tonight, the Rangers dropped the opener in the Bronx by the final of 5-2. This has been the Rangers Postcast and Paul Wilson. Thanks for getting in late, buddy. Talk to you tomorrow. Good night.